Hello, and welcome to the second public open house for the City of Hamilton's Municipal Class Environmental Assessment for Binbrook Road, Trinity Church Road, and White Church Road intersection improvements. My name is Julia Panolino. I'm a professional engineer with R.J. Burnside and Associates Limited, also known as Burnside. Burnside is the consulting engineering company that has been selected by the City of Hamilton to complete this environmental assessment. I will be presenting this virtual version of the second Public Information Center material on behalf of the City. Thank you for your interest in this study and for taking the time to review this presentation. We appreciate your interest in the project, as consultation with the community is a very important aspect to this study process. At our in-person public meeting, we encouraged participants to register for the email list to receive future project notices, review the material, and speak to the staff and consulting team members present. As you are reviewing the presentation material online, we encourage you to fill out a comment form at the end of this presentation to give us your feedback and, if you desire, to join our project email list to receive future project notices. Contact information for the study team is provided at the end of this presentation. The City of Hamilton is situated upon the traditional territories of the Erie, Neutral, Wendat, Haudenosaunee, and Mississaugas. This land is covered by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant, which was an agreement between the Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabe to share and care for the resources around the Great Lakes. We further acknowledge that this land is covered by the Between the Lakes Purchase 1792 between the Crown and the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. Today, the City of Hamilton is home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we recognize that we must do more to learn about the rich history of this land so that we can better understand our roles as residents, neighbors, partners, and caretakers. The City of Hamilton has initiated this municipal class environmental assessment to assess and provide a recommended solution for improvements at the intersection of Binbrook Road, Trinity Church Road, and White Church Road. The approximate study area is circled on the map. The primary objective of the study is to improve public safety for all road users, which includes pedestrians and cyclists. The overall goals of the study are to improve operational issues at the intersection, to maintain or improve community connectivity, including active transportation, and to mitigate impacts to traffic and truck circulation and goods movement to address long-term transportation needs. Your input is a key component to better understanding these issues. Shown on the screen is an overview of the municipal class environmental assessment process, which this project will follow. This study falls under Schedule C of the process, which means we will complete phases 1 through 4. Should you wish to receive future project notices by email, please contact a member of the project team to join the email contact list. The study is currently at Phase 3 of the Municipal Class Environmental Assessment, in which the alternative design concepts for the preferred solution will be identified. Today is also a part of the second round of consultation with agencies, Indigenous nations, and the public. In Phase 4, the final notice, called the Notice of Study Completion, will be issued to initiate the 30-day public review period of the environmental study report. This document will summarize the studies and decision-making that informed the final solution. The Public Information Center was held on November 18, 2025 at the Glanbrook Arena as a drop-in style open house with project information displayed around the room and representatives from the study team present to answer questions as well as discuss the project with interested members of the public. The PIC information materials were posted on the city's project webpage following the PIC for the public to view and download anytime during the PIC comment period from November 18 to December 9, 2025. A copy of the PIC information materials is provided in Appendix B. Opportunity for public feedback was made available through a printed comment sheet available at the PIC and a digital comment form provided on the city's webpage for the project, or by contacting the project team with written comments by email. Based on the sign-in sheet, 40 attendees signed in at the PIC. Written comments were received from 10 members of the public, and emails were received from 2 members of the public during this comment period. Most comments fell into the following themes: concerned about current safety and accidents in the study area, desire that the preferred alternative will slow vehicles down, interest in the quick completion of implementation, significant support for Alternative 3, significant support for roundabouts, support for signalization, interest in eliminating the S-bend, suggestions for implementing rumble strips and turn lane signage. Comments and study team responses are documented in the PIC1 summary table available on the project webpage. At the first public open house, we presented the preliminary preferred alternative solution, Alternative 3, 2 intersections. Following the feedback received during the comment period, this preferred alternative solution was confirmed. Alternative design concepts were prepared based on the preliminary preferred alternative solution, Alternative 3, 2 intersections. The first alternative design concept follows the development of 2 roundabouts connected by a road. This alternative is anticipated to have sufficient road capacity, and when considering performance across both intersections and the resulting traffic, this alternative performs the best. Roundabouts have less conflict points between active transportation users and vehicles, and the best operational safety and speed management. Road realignment would allow for the improvement over the skewed angle at the existing intersections. At the last PIC, residents have noted strong support and comfort with roundabouts. This design concept would have some impact to vegetation and associated impact to wildlife habitat. Direct impact to terrestrial species is not anticipated with the implementation of avoidance and timing windows for vegetation removal associated with construction. This alternative has no anticipated impact to built heritage or cultural heritage landscape features associated with the roundabout footprint. Detailed design can avoid impact to cultural heritage features. There is some impact to potential archaeological resources anticipated as a result of earthworks associated with the roundabout footprint. This will require a Stage 2 archaeological assessment in select areas. The second alternative design concept involves the development of 2 signalized intersections connected by a road. Intersections have more conflict points than roundabouts, having a slightly lower level of safety for active transportation. At the previous PIC, residents indicated a lower preference and comfort for signalization. This design concept would have some impact to vegetation and associated impact to wildlife habitat. Direct impact to terrestrial species is not anticipated with the implementation of avoidance and timing windows for vegetation removal associated with construction. This alternative has no anticipated impact to built heritage or cultural heritage landscape features associated with the roundabout footprint. Detailed design can avoid impact to cultural heritage features. There is some impact to potential archaeological resources anticipated as a result of earthworks associated with the roundabout footprint. This will require Stage 2 archaeological assessment in select areas. The third alternative design concept maintains the existing Trinity Church Road and involves the development of 2 signalized intersections. As with design concept 2, intersections have more conflict points than roundabouts, having a slightly lower level of safety for active transportation. At the previous PIC, residents indicated lower preference and comfort for signalization. This alternative uses the existing road alignment and therefore has minimal impact to vegetation and associated impact to wildlife habitat, and no anticipated species at risk impacts. Direct impact to terrestrial species is not anticipated, with the implementation of avoidance and timing windows for vegetation removal associated with construction. This alternative has no anticipated impact to built heritage or cultural heritage landscape features associated with a roundabout footprint. Detailed design can avoid impact to cultural heritage features. There is no anticipated impact to potential archaeological resources anticipated with use of existing road alignment, as the area has previously disturbed and does not retain archaeological potential. The fourth alternative design concept involves the development of a peanut-shaped roundabout. A peanut roundabout has the same function as a circular roundabout, but it comes in a different shape. Like the other designs, this peanut roundabout would not have any significant design constraints, but the peanut shape may have greater complexity of construction. Similar to other design concepts, this option is able to accommodate snow storage. However, the configuration results in some snow clearing challenges. The fifth alternative design concept maintains the existing Trinity Church Road and involves the development of two roundabouts. The impacts of the alternative solutions are evaluated against the inventory of the natural, sociocultural, financial, and technical environment of the study area, including possible mitigating measures. A summary of the criteria is provided under each environment category. The natural environment criteria will be evaluated based on the potential impact of the alternatives on natural resources within the study area. This includes impacts to groundwater resources and drainage, in addition to areas such as bird, insect, and other wildlife habitats. The areas of impact will be evaluated based on anticipated construction activities and limits of disturbance to each alternative. The extent of impacts and the ability to mitigate such impacts or provide enhancements to the natural environment will help determine the evaluation of the alternative. The sociocultural environment criteria included consideration for potential to impact heritage resources such as archaeology and cultural heritage resources. Nuisance impacts such as noise, visual impacts, construction impacts are also considered, along with the impact to driveway access and land or property acquisition needs. This criteria also includes how well the alternatives conform to municipal and agency policy. The technical environment will consider aspects such as how the transportation network is affected through levels of service and traffic congestion, as well as operational and roadside safety. This alternative also considers design constraints, looking to the future project stages, utility impacts, and goods movement requirements. Transportation-related considerations such as level of service for local residents and business, multimodal transportation connectivity and safety, and pedestrian and cyclist needs are also considered. The financial environment criteria will be evaluated based on a comparison of estimated capital costs, estimated operation and maintenance cost, and anticipated property acquisition costs for each alternative. This table shows a high-level summary of the evaluation of alternative solutions. The full or filled-in circles indicate higher preference associated with the greatest improvement to conditions and the least amount of negative impacts. Alternatives were scored for the sub-criteria under each category of the 4 categories from the last slide. These scores are averaged out to arrive at the most preferred solution. Between the 5 alternatives, Alternative 1, 2 roundabouts with road realignment, was found to be the most preferred overall and therefore is the preliminary preferred solution. We are presenting this solution at this PIC to see what residents think about this, and will use your comments as input as part of finalizing the preferred solution before moving on to finalize this in the environmental study report. As noted on the previous slide, the preferred is Preliminary Preferred Design Concept 1, 2 roundabouts with road realignment. Key points from the evaluation include the following. Under natural environment, this design has minor impact to vegetation to accommodate roundabout footprint and minor anticipated impact to terrestrial habitat and species at risk. Under sociocultural environment, this design will require a Stage 2 archaeological assessment will be required during the detailed design phase. There is no anticipated impact to the heritage property, and there is no anticipated impact to potential built heritage resource or cultural heritage landscapes. Under technical environment, roundabouts provide the best operational safety and speed management, and road realignment allows for improvement of the skewed angle at the existing intersection. Under financial environment, there are no property acquisition costs and moderate capital cost, low maintenance costs. This road cross-section provides an initial look into what the preliminary preferred design concept would look like for road users. During this spring and summer, we will review and consider feedback following PIC number 2. There is a 3-week comment period to allow you to share your thoughts. Please provide comments by June 11th, 2026. Confirm preferred design concept based on feedback received. During fall and winter, we will complete the environmental study report and subsequently issue the notice of study completion. This notice will start a 30-day public review period for the report, during which time you can provide comments. If you would like to receive the notice of study completion, including a link to the environmental study report, please ensure that you have joined the mailing list. Thank you for listening to this presentation of the Public Information Center materials. As we mentioned, public consultation is a very important part of this study. During the 3-week comment period from May 21st to June 11th, you are invited to provide comments on this study. Our team will be reviewing and considering comments to determine if there is a need to reevaluate or confirm the preferred design. Should you wish to be added to the project contact list, please feel free to contact one of the project team members. On behalf of the City of Hamilton, we thank you for your interest in this study.